Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Mic Drop. Today, I'm going to be discussing the dangers of thinking of digital marketing as a commodity. If you aren't aware, what I mean when I say that, a commodity is something that if you remove the label from it, you wouldn't be able to tell if it was from one company or the other company. My old economics teacher at Georgia, he taught me that butter and flour are like the biggest commodities out there. So if you think of butter as a commodity, anywhere you get your butter from, it tastes like butter regardless of where it came from. So there's no difference or no value in buying it from one place versus the other place. And so what we see a lot of this happening is clients who think of the services we offer in the digital space as a commodity, but we also see agencies who think of their services as a commodity and they sell them as a commodity. And that's just not right. It's actually dangerous to think about those things. Think of it as a commodity because it's so much more than a commodity. When you think of it as a commodity, that results in vanilla advertising. And so if you're thinking it as just kind of checking the box to do Google or checking the box to do Facebook, you're not bringing any sort of like strategic thought to it. You're just running vanilla marketing. And these days, there's thousands of advertisers out there trying to do the exact same thing in the exact same space as you. So if you are running vanilla advertising, you're not going to cut through the clutter. This commodity advertising that you're putting out there, it's just not going to do anything. It's not going to get you customers. It's not going to get you results. If you have a commodity-based online marketing, you're not getting the strategic insights, the optimizations, the constant going into the campaigns and looking how things are performing, what can do better, what can not do better, what should we stop doing, that type of thing. The improvements that you get come from continued evolvement of your marketing campaigns. And so a vanilla commoditized marketing plan is kind of this box marketing plan. They just set it up and they do it and they don't change anything. And so every month it remains the same. It remains stagnant. It's not taking advantage of anything that they're seeing or learning. It's not taking advantage of anything new that comes into the space. And in the digital space, things come to us every day that are new that we should be testing. So you don't get that when you're thinking of it as a commodity. And then finally, I think on the client side, by thinking of it as a commodity, you're kind of simplifying the process of choosing a marketing partner. Typically, if you think of it as a commodity, there's no difference between this guy here or this guy there. This guy's the cheapest, so I'll go with him. But you know what? That guy's the cheapest for a reason. It's not because he does great work. It's because he does substandard work. That you're not going to see the biggest bang for your buck, and in the end, it's going to cost you more, to hire an amateur than it does to cost to hire a professional, because you're going to lose out on all this value that kind of like an innovative digital agency brings to the table. Also, you could fall just for the guy who has the hardest sale. They don't actually have new strategies or new techniques or any new thoughts that they're going to bring to your advertising. They're just know that they're selling you, and they're going to sell until you eventually cave and buy with them. So, I challenge you, do not think of digital marketing as a commodity. Instead, think of it more, I don't want to elevate what I do here, but it is kind of more of an art at this point. There are so many things that we can do out in the space, knowing what technologies are out there, knowing what technologies are coming out, and then optimizing campaigns when they're set up, when they're running, after they've ran. All of this stuff is something that a true digital agency brings to the table and should be able to talk to you about, and probably would be very happy to talk to you about on a monthly or a weekly call level. So my challenge for you here is don't be butter, be better. That's right, I said it, I went there. Don't think of your digital marketing as a commodity. Ask for it to be better. And so, when you're thinking of partnering with an agency, make sure they have a vision and a plan for your success. They can outline, this is what we want to do. This is what the market is telling us. This is the technologies that are coming out. Have them show you like their vision, how they want to make you succeed. Not just say, you should do Google, you should do Facebook, you should be on Instagram. If they want to be on those, there's nothing wrong saying that, but have a plan, have a vision for those things. What messages are you going to bring to market with those platforms? Then also, by partnering with an agency who is innovative and in the environment and is working for you, you're going to get a lot of continued optimizations. Everything, we get so much data in the digital channels, and all this data can tell us valuable insights. They can tell us to start doing more of the one thing, stop doing another thing. They'll tell us that this message really worked well. We should try to, like, when we design messages in the future, focus more on that realm than on the previous realm. So all of these optimizations, you need those for your campaigns, because that's the only way you're going to get your campaigns to grow and do better month over month. And then finally, you want a partner who's flexible. Probably the biggest thing about working with more of a commodity agency is that they have their box. They have their little plan. They have their game book for each client. They get the exact same thing over and over and over again. And so if you ask for something outside of that box, you're going to be met with a no. Sometimes maybe they'll blame Google or Facebook, and oftentimes that's not actually the case. It's just they don't know how to do that. Their business is not designed to be flexible or nimble, be able to respond to the needs of your market or your store at that particular moment. And so a good agency is going to be able to take that feedback and be like, yes, all right, we'll change it up. No problem. That's what you need. That's what you'll get. That is the value of working with a non-commoditized agency. The values of thinking of digital advertising is not as butter, but think of it as better. And so hopefully this all made sense. It's a little stranger than most mic drops, but I think it's a valuable lesson. It's certainly something that I see in the space a lot, this kind of commoditizing of what we do, and it's just not the truth. So don't fall for commodity type agencies, and don't think of it as a commodity. And I think I will be very happy if you walk away with that. So consider this mic dropped.